Hey guys, it's Mrs. Clancy. Today we are going to look at how to interpret and graph piecewise functions. But before we do that, things are going to change a little bit. I'm not going to have you guys go through ed puzzles. I'm just going to make instructional videos and you'll have to pause it that go along with the packets to take all necessary notes. So make sure that we're going to have packet number 6 out that says AIM on the top. What are piecewise functions? And then you are going to copy the notes as we go along. Your homework, though, which will be your classwork, is to submit pages 4 through 6 in this packet, either through pictures or the Nearpod I set up. So you have a choice. I don't care which one. I just need to make sure you guys are getting the information. What I'd like for you guys to do first is try the do now and pause the video. Okay, are we back from the do now? Let's see if we got the do now correct. So for the first one, just so you guys know, at the bottom, we are going to be right here at the bottom. I'll use the pointer. Make sure you fill in that piecewise functions are functions that are made up of pieces. Secondly, for the first part of the do now, you should have gotten f of -2 equals -3. And then if you look over here, f of 0 is -3 also. And then f of 2 is equal to 1. I hope you guys got those right. Okay, now on to the next page. What we're going to do is these are the notes that you're going to keep going back to refer to how to graph piecewise functions. I'm going to lead you through it step by step on the next page, but just know these are the exact same steps that we're going to be using. Okay, so I'm going to lead you through each one of those steps as we go along. So flip over to page 3 now and get your pencil ready or pen ready. So first of all, piecewise functions at the top here cannot be represented as one function. They're just pieces of different parts of the graph. So when we're graphing a piecewise function, which is what is down here, what we're going to graph, you're first going to plug the functions into y equals in your calculator one at a time. I'm not sure if you could see that, but I plugged in these two equations into y1 and y2. Pause the video so you can put that in your calculator. Next thing we did is we go to the table to get a table of points, but don't copy down the table that you see. You have to make sure that you get -1 in the middle of your table. So what I did, this is what we call a critical value. That should be the middle of the table. So I scrolled to make sure that -1 is in the middle of the table. Please pause the video and adjust your calculator accordingly. Next thing, we are going to now copy that table down. I only copied the table from -4 down to 2 because you really only need about 5 to 7 points. So this is fine. And make sure you copy that down. And now you're going to copy the y1 values that are in there, the associating or corresponding y1, and then copy the y2 values in there. Pause the video if you didn't do that so far and get those notes down. Next, what we're going to do is we need to understand what parts of this table we're actually graphing because we're not graphing all of them. So if you go back down to number 5 on the steps from the page before, it says that we need to figure out which points have an open circle, which points have a closed circle, and what points we're graphing. Well, because this has a less than sign, it's going to get an open circle. And because this one has a greater than or equal to sign, we're going to, that's at the wrong spot. That closed circle should be at 4. That's going to get a closed circle. Next thing we need to do is those points are going to be graphed. So box off those points, pause the video and do that. And now we need to figure out which points we are going to cross off so we don't graph it mistakenly. So for the top function, we're only graphing all the values for x that are less than -1, but we're actually going to graph -1 as well, but with the open circle. So these